Hey, in this new YouTube series, I'm going to build an app that generates $1,000 a month of passive income. I'm going to use my skills as a software engineer to do this, and I'm not going to be building like a Shopify or dropshipping garbage store or something like that. I'm going to actually build something that provides value for people. So what I want to do with this series is kind of document the process of how I go about building the startup and share my learnings along the way, but not get too much into the technical weeds and like show line by line of how I'm coding this or something like that, because I don't think that'd be valuable for anyone, to be honest. Just an introduction to me. My name is Tyler Henkel, and I am a software engineer who has been working in the industry for about 8 years. In this current job, I am a mobile engineer, but I've been working as a full stack or front-end developer, team lead. I've had a lot of different roles. Currently, just been moved back to Utah after spending a year abroad. I decided to go a year and travel and work as a digital nomad the whole time. So just going to about 14 different countries and working the whole time. So that was an interesting experience and something that I actually will talk about a bit later. For now, let me just get into this challenge. So what I'm going to do is document my learnings along the way. So in this episode, we are going to talk about how to come up with an idea for a project. Now, a lot of people have this feeling that they don't have any ideas. And I had that feeling for a while as well. Maybe I'd have an idea here and there, but I was like really possessive of those ideas and I didn't want somebody to steal them. And then most of the time I just didn't have any. That's really changed for me recently because one thing I've started to do is just open myself up to new experiences. So with this traveling, I had tons of new experiences. When you have new experiences, it gives you the opportunity to basically combine those experiences into new solutions. So pulling solutions from the experiences or to see new problems that you never knew existed. So it's really, really beneficial to just get outside of your comfort zone and do something you've never done before. And that may be learning Spanish or learning an instrument or something like that. But just get out of your normal comfort zone and do something new. The next thing is I started to write down all these problems that I was seeing. So whenever I ran into a problem, I would write it down in Evernote or something. I would get much better at noticing problems I was having. If I ever had a problem that I thought could be solved with some kind of software engineering or some kind of business idea, it would go in the notebook. And I'd oftentimes write down the solutions as well. So having this practice of writing down problems and solutions in a notebook really just exercised my mind and got me better at recognizing different problems and different solutions. I would really recommend just getting your mind into the habit of doing this. And then once you've gotten a huge list of ideas, you can then start pulling from the ideas and look for the best ones. Okay, so I had an idea from my travels that I am going to work on in this video series. So the way I discovered this problem was by booking a bunch of different flights around the world. I was going from, let's say, Salt Lake City to Asia, and then from Asia like back to Salt Lake City, but going around the other way. So I ended up having a direction I was going, but not a specific destination that I wanted to go to. So I would often want to book flights in that direction, but I wouldn't know where to. There's basically, oftentimes there's a bunch of cities in between the destination I want to go to that I could stop at on the way. I would maybe fly from, let's say, Salt Lake City to Germany, and I could get a stop at London, and it would actually be a really cool city to visit for like a week or something like that. And it would be a cheaper flight for me to fly to London and then to Germany than it would be to just go directly to Germany. For me, it made total sense, but it required a lot of research and checking of different sites along the way to find what would be the best deal. So I realized that this is something I could easily automate with an app, and I had to validate two things about the idea. The technical validation to see if I could do it, because I believed it would be easy, but I needed the data. And two, I needed customers that would say they would use it. In my case, I knew a lot of traveling people, so I had a good market to test the idea against and to ask, would they actually use this product? The feedback I got was really good, so I think the customer validation was sufficient. For the technical validation, I actually needed to make an API call or make API calls that would essentially give me all the data I needed for this to work. So I built this little command line application that would hit the APIs, the travel APIs that I was looking at, and pull the best flights from those and pull ones along the way that would be good stops to go to. So I validated this from technical and customer perspectives, and I'm ready to move on to building a prototype that I can actually start having people try out. So I'm going to start sharing that in the next video. But I just kind of wanted this video to be mainly about the idea generation phase. Start exposing yourself to more experiences, start writing down those ideas, writing down problems and writing down solutions as you see them. Get your brain better at recognizing those. Once you've gotten a decent idea, start validating it. Validate it on a technical and a customer level. So you can now move on to building a prototype, which we will talk about next time. So thanks again for watching, and I'm excited for the series, and I think it's going to be really awesome. Maybe 1,000 a month will just be the beginning, but it's going to be a nice little goal to set ourselves on. All right, thanks. I'll see you guys in the next video.